Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Sonn Rondue, and welcome back to the Fusion Struggle Podcast, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything whenever we want. To my left or my right, we got Gh0xt.TheRebel.
I didn't know if you want me to make a... Okay. Well, it's there
It's
now.
fine.
So.
It's good.
What up, y'all?
And today, y'all, it's Wrestlemania week.
WrestleMania season, baby! Once again.
It is that time. And y'all know how we get down. A lot of the time, I think the only one that we've done was WrestleMania 40.
No, we did 39.
WrestleMania predictions. We did 39 too?
Yeah, we did 39. My fault.
Oh, we did do 39. We did 39 and 40, but we didn't do a live reaction.
No, we did.
You said what?
Okay,
we did 39.
We didn't do a video format. We just did, I think it was just audio. YouTube.com/Fusion Struggle Pod.
Yeet. But we're going to go ahead and get to these WrestleMania predictions because a lot of the time we can go on for hours and hours. So what's going to happen is we are going to start with the potential, it's not even a potential, the first card, the supposed card. We're going to start with night one, the 19th of April, this Saturday.
Yeah.
We got, and just like how we always do, or not always, I got to stop saying that. For this video, just like the last, we're going to be doing a fusion or unfusion. So if we both have the same idea of who's gonna win the match, we fuse, and if we don't, then we unfuse, and we're gonna kind of just keep it like that. So like I said, we're gonna start with the first match, in at least to what we think. The War Raiders, Ivar and Eric, who are the champions of Monday Night Raw, versus the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, for the WWE World Tag Team Championship. So I'm going to go ahead and say, at least to my knowledge, at least I don't know about you, bro, I haven't really seen a lot of like storyline building between the two teams, the New Day and the War Raiders. Maybe you could enlighten me. Have you seen any? And if you have,
I've seen
storyline?
Bits and whatever like that. I feel like you really didn't need any of the context because I think it's the outcome that is really going to be the talking point, whether you have context or not. But I kind of follow along with what the story is, but I'm very curious of like this match made it on the card with the WWE tag team titles not on the card. So either they're planning something big, pun intended, or even without, I guess, spoilers for like my answer, without the caveat of Big E coming out after the match, I'm not sure why this is on there unless they have something big like storyline wise. So I guess my answer as far as who's going to win this title match, I don't know. I feel like it has to be the War Raiders, only because if the War Raiders win, the New Day is gonna flip out, freak out, whatever. Let's say they win clean. New Day's gonna freak out, like, we should have been the tag champions. Oh my God, whatever. But then Big E comes out, or you do. I don't know. I still feel like the War Raiders are gonna win, and let's say they win via outside interference in the form of Big E. And then Big E somehow, miraculously, because act like he graduated from college and knock on wood at the same time, Big E comes out and he says, I am medically cleared. That'll be a really good, feel-good moment. You could run that program after Mania. There you go. So I'm going with the War Raiders retaining their World Tag Team Championships.
So let me ask you, because I might have missed a little bit of it.
Go for it.
So with Big E coming back, hopefully, is this him turning heel with the New Day, or no?
I don't think so.
By him costing a New Day.
Just because Big E is so beloved as a person, it's kind of like when they tried to make Becky heel a few years ago, it just wasn't believable because they're so beloved. They just came back from a long time, and we want to love you and praise you until like you actually do something dastardly. But Big E, the fact that he was a beloved human as a heel, or even as a face, even more so than a heel, my words are not, hey, that's why I got that coffee right here. But it's just the fact that someone that broke their neck, didn't die, had quote unquote, I don't know if he had surgery yet. I know he was doing stem cell therapy and sessions of that nature. So I don't know if his spine and his neck are good for high impact stuff like that. But the fact that he basically has a second chance, even if he comes around as a manager or a more consistent on-screen presence, if he can get in the ring, we're going to all cry tears. You know what I mean? It's like once Chris Bay comes back, everyone's going to wipe their tears. Like, they're going to cry tears. When Edge came back, when Daniel Bryan came back, when Saraya came back from these neck injuries, you can't really be a heel. It's a feel-good moment. You can be heel later on. But right now, just let's all cry together. So, because he deserves the world. He's such an amazing person. Not only, like, outside the ring, but, like, in the ring. He's very good. So, that was a lot.
Okay. All right.
Who do you think?
I'm not gonna lie. So I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know whether it's gonna be the New Day or the War Raiders. I only say that because I just think it's just kind of weird how this card is just randomly how this match is randomly put on the card, and we just haven't really had that much story or much build to it. I feel like it's just one of those things to show people that, hey, we still have the titles. The titles are still, active. Let's go ahead and work a match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which I think in regards, the titles are probably going to be retained by the War Raiders. And that's going to be that. I just don't see just the purpose of it. Like I said, it's just a weird timing thing. So I'm going to just go ahead and agree with you and just go with the War Raiders.
Complete. So we fused. I just feel like they have something in store. Because I agree with you. Like this is a match that you could run on Raw easily.
For sure. I mean, they've done it with Judgment Day.
For a reason.
Yeah, but okay. I guess you're right.
Or it could just be a normal match. I have no idea. We're just going to have to fuck around and find out. But we are fusing. It's the War Raiders retaining. Continuing with night 1, Saturday, April 19th of WrestleMania. This is not in any particular order. We're just reading it from a list, so it could change the day of. You know how it works, except for the main event, obviously. But next up on this list, we have Rey. I'm sorry, I gotta roll my R's. Let me act like I watched the program. Rey, and speak Spanish with my minor in Spanish. Rey Mysterio. I'm rolling up the R's is sexy, boy. I got it. No, Shawn Michaels versus El Grande Americano. That was incorrect. But this one, I can see why it's on the card. Sure, it's going to be a great match. At the same time, it's like, you could have had this on the Raw after. But who do I think is going to win? Sure. It's got to be El Grande Americano. Like, Rey winning is not going to do anything. But, like, the program itself, the storyline, it was interesting. Right when I was seeing that Chad Gable was going up against these luchadors, and he said he got to take a sabbatical. I'm like, there's no way this man's going to come back with a mask. They're going to do the whole, what was his name? The Real American, a.k.a. Hulk Hogan from like 20 years ago. And that was, well, it was a different time. But we all knew, like, okay, clearly it was Hulk Hogan, and he did this whole thing with the mask, and he's a whole different person, and yada, yada, yada. But Chad is, like, I feel like it's weird just because of stuff that's happening IRL with, like, tariffs, with politics, the government, the presidential bullshit. It's a little like, And they're using AI for like AI generated images of El Grande Americano talking about he's been around since the dawn of time and shit. I'm like, this got a weird taste in my mouth, but for the program's sake, sure. But you gotta go with El Grande Americano, or at least I am. So, what about you?
Once again, bro, this is just one of those things where it's like, how did we get here? This is just another random match. I don't know. I really wanna go. So my gut wants to say Ray, only because I feel like you said with the Viking, or the War Raiders, who was also known as the Viking Experience, mind you. In the New Day, I feel like there's something big that's gonna happen. Like, this wouldn't be just a random old match just to kind of get him in there. But if it is, sure, I guess that's cool. But I'd rather just not believe that's the case. So, I'm also gonna go with El Grande Americano, which sounds crazy, bro. This is, but then again, it's like, but we all know the purpose behind this character. It's because Chad Gable can beat the best luchador, or beat some. I forgot.
Yeah, he can best the luchadors. Like, he is the greatest luchador and all that.
Yeah, so I think with all this happening, it's gonna. But they might hit us with a swerve, and like Ray still holds that title. I mean, Ray's been doing it since he was 15. So
what title?
The title of like greatest luchador.
Oh,
you know that whole.
You can't outdo Ray. Like, Ray is the tippity top for sure.
So that's gonna be interesting.
And then at some point, I think like the Creed brothers are definitely gonna, or American Made, they're gonna be the tag team champions at like later on, which is fine, cool. Chad could probably get. Oh, hold on. Okay, I think I found the future program, huh?
I said, what you cooking up with?
He's cooking. Okay, because this is gonna bleed into a match on night 2, but I'll talk about that, or we'll talk about that in a second.
All right. So this one I'm actually quite excited for. We got Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Now, let me tell you something. No disrespect to the Uso. No disrespect to the Uso, the big Uso. But we got some fine ass women on this card. Let me tell you something.
Okay. I'm like, what do you mean no disrespect? He know.
No, but I'm actually really stoked for this match. This storyline, and I'm gonna stand by it. I'm gonna stand by my original claim that Bianca. Now, granted, Naomi did admit to pushing Jade off of the off onto a car, but I still believe that Bianca still had a hand in it. Like, I think she was the mastermind behind it, but that's for another episode, for another day. And we got Jade Cargill, who's looking for blood, and I feel like the program between these two, for what's been going on, especially with Naomi showcasing that she that girl for real, it's been top notch in my personal opinion. I think Naomi's gonna take it. I do love me some Jade, but I feel like Naomi's gonna take this one.
Okay. I do agree. I agree as well. Naomi's going to get this. The heel turn was magnificent. The new look is magnificent. I don't know. She probably did wrestle, but I haven't been watching SmackDown, to be honest. So I don't know if she has a new theme or not. But, dog, personally, Naomi as a heel is my favorite. That's my favorite version. She was only healed twice. This is the second time. The first time, I feel like they definitely didn't capitalize more on it because the look was fire. She was like more legit. Like, she's always legit, but it's just like, oh, when you're a heel, it's just you hit a new level of like, oh, I'm in my bag type of shit. And Naomi had it. So the fact that
sure.
she went heel again, it's like, okay, big things popping for sure. Jade doesn't need the win personally. She can definitely get it back a different time, but Naomi definitely needs this one. The build was definitely a slow burn. This spanned months, but somehow it came together very nicely. I will disagree that I think Bianca still had something to do with this, but
she's turning heel she's going to be turning heel soon, bro. Sooner rather than later. And it's all going to come back around because we're going to get that Jade and Bianca match. It's all going to come back full circle, bro. I'm telling you this right now. I'm telling you this now. Because of the match that we're going to be getting close to, because of the theory that I had about that one, it's happening. I just think you refuse to see it, but it's fine, bro. It's fine. It's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and let you call the next one.
All right. Sure. I mean, we kind of saw this coming at some point. We just didn't know how it was going to come together, but it came together through whatever forceful means. We got LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the U.S. title.
Yada I mean.
Yeah, exactly. So with this one, before LA Knight was in the picture, we thought it was going to be Solo versus Jacob. That's a money match as well. But at the same time, with the U.S. title picture in a weird position yet again, and it's no one's fault, but just, booking. But we like the damn Tony Khan to hell and back, right? And by we, I mean y'all. But
I'm in the y'all category.
With LA Knight, you gotta put him in Mania. I don't think he was a part of Mania last year, was he?
40? Good God. I don't think so.
So he wasn't a part of... no, he wasn't. I think he was in the crowd. Maybe. I have no idea. He had his big moment at SummerSlam later that year, obviously. But, yeah, LA Knight not being a part of 39, 40, but he's a part of 41. That pop is going to be huge. This match, I would say, if you're going to strike while the iron is hot, go with Jacob Fatu.
Real quick, he fought AJ at WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Yeah. But sure.
That's why we're like, did he wrestle? Because respectfully, it was kind of forgettable.
It was just there. Just, okay, a grudge match. It's not even a grudge match. Like, whatever. Put it on Jacob. Or if you don't put it on Jacob, have Solo cost him. And then you can kind of run that, but then you kind of make LA Knight look kind of weak. Or you can do like a multi-man feud with that. But I'm going with Jacob Fatu winning the title. Why not? He's undefeated singles-wise thus far. So there you go. I mean, as far as like pinning, he's never been pinned yet.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
I think this is where we might unfuse.
Okay.
So there are a couple points that I agree with you. So the first point is, so flat out, I think LA Knight's retaining. Now, the reason why I say he's retaining is because of a point that you made that Solo was going to screw over Jacob. Now, yes, that does make his character look weak, but in regards to the storyline that's happening between Jacob, Solo, and Tama, this is going to cause a huge rift between the three, which thus is going to propel the Fatu and Sikoa storyline that's going to take place sometime soon. So that's my 2 cents on that.
Let me add a few more cents to your hand. So we still have the prospect of Hikuleo showing up very soon. He's been signed for almost a year. So let's say Jacob and Solo fall out, right? Solo still has Tama. Tongaloa is coming back soon. And then you got Hikuleo. So you got all the Tongans on Solo's side. So you can still run this bloodline feud, even though it's kind of watered down at this point. But if you still wanted to make it prevalent, if you wanted to heat it up later on in the game, then you still have that. But I don't think the Tongans are going to leave Solo. But Jacob will definitely flourish on his own. Because he's too much of a standout. Like, that's the guy. Like, that's definitely going to be a WrestleMania main eventer at some point. But just, if you're going to further along splitting them up, start with Jacob as the U.S. champion. Solo's going to get jealous of that. Further break up that relationship. There you go. What you do with LA Knight? I mean, it's do the feud for a bit, but I don't know. It's kind of weird because, like, long term, like, this is why it's hard to book people. If you book them too strong and then you have nothing for them, what do? But if you don't book them at all, they are lost in the ether, and it's going to be hard to reignite them. So it's kind of weird. And LA Knight's kind of in that same boat, kind of with Shinsuke at this point. It's like, you're prominent, like, you're good, but what do we do with you if we're not going to put you in a faction or, you know, whatever, if you're not a jobber? It's kind of weird. But anyway, Jacob Fatu for the win. And you said LA Knight, so damn, we're not fusing here.
And so this match that I'm actually really excited for, we got Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. All right, so
come on. What's your gut telling you?
My gut is telling me that Gunther is going to retain. As much as I would love Jay to win, but you see, this is where I'm kind of like stuck in the middle, is because we said the same thing about Sammy last year. Now, granted, this is a bigger title, you know what I'm saying, a more grandiose championship, but Gunther made the Intercontinental Championship way more prestigious than what it looked like and just what it just felt like, you know what I'm saying? And Sammy beat him, you know what I'm saying? We all, or at least some of us, didn't think he was going to do it, but he did it. And now with this storyline with Jay, it's kind of gotten to a point where, like, now we got, I won't even say this is Crash Out Jay. This is more of a, I don't even know what kind of Jey Uso this is.
We do have one more Raw.
We do. So technically, from what happens tomorrow or whenever you guys see this episode,
by the way, this is being recorded on the 13th on a Sunday, so we have a week or less than a week for night one. So there you
go. Sorry, I yawned. So it really, I don't know. I think it just depends, because this storyline is actually, it went from one end to another, and now it's gotten bigger from what it was after Jimmy getting hurt. So we might see that ruthless version of Jay come out. Is that going to get the job done? I don't know. There might be like, I don't know if that's going to be enough, like, character wise, it's going to beat Gunther, because Gunther is very technical.
Yeah.
And so he lost. But it's like, I don't think they would make Gunther lose 2 WrestleManias in a row. He won and retained in WrestleMania 39 in that triple threat. He lost against Sammy. Yeah, I don't know if they would do that to him. But he walked in as champion. This would have been his 3rd time. Walked out as champion, 39, lost the title in 30 and 40. So I don't know. This could be anybody's game, bro. I really don't know. I really don't. But I guess I'm gonna go.
You're thinking too much, dog.
I am thinking too much because I'm really undecided. Like, I'm like, I fuck with both Gunther and Jay, bro. Like, those two guys are, like, they're on my list for guys for sure. But, like, fuck it, I'm going Jay. I can't.
Wow, he did all that and he went with Jay. Okay.
I'm going with Jay. I don't know. I can't.
Not gonna lie, this one has such a push and pull for me, because, like, I would go with one and then quietly switch to the other one and then
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But, like, that's what makes it exciting, and it's not, like, so predictable and, like, oh, clearly this person's gonna win. This one's like, I could see it, but okay, hear me out. Maybe, like, talking about it is gonna make a definitive decision for me too.
Yeah.
So you're going with Jay.
Maybe.
I was gonna say Jay as well, only because if you want such a grandiose, not only WrestleMania entrance in Jay, but also a pop, a moment, whatever. But it also depends on like where this match falls on the card. If it's first on the card, I feel like Jay's gonna win. If it's later on in the card, I feel like it will be Gunther. The reason why I say that is because if Jay is gonna win, you would probably want to open WrestleMania with that and get the crowd pumping like, yeah, he did it, ooh, whatever. He wins, he gets the lick, he's the World Heavyweight Champion, but it's only going to be for one day. He is going to be a transitional paper champion. He got the moment, he did it, Crash Out Jay got him, and that's another point I wanted to make. Gunther never faced Crash Out Jay. He only faced one type of Jay, the Yeet Master. He ain't faced Crash Out Jay. That was a whole different beast. So I feel like that will be the deciding factor of why Gunther can't, like, take care of Jay.
Because he's unpredictable.
And this is it. Exactly. Right. He just, you don't know what the hell's going to happen. He's literally like a pit bull, and he ain't going to let go of you. If Jay wins, he's only going to win for one night. I don't know if they're going to stretch it out to the next PLE, or Gunther's going to be like the night before or the night after WrestleMania, the Raw after, get a rematch, and he gets it back. If Gunther loses, he will be champion before 30 days is up. So even if he loses at Mania, he's still going to get 2 world title reigns on him, and you can continue, you know, his reign of terror. Because Jay being a world title person is not going to be for too long. He's going to go back to Jimmy. They're going to go back to the tag team scene, run that whole shit again, which I feel like is the best thing. If Gunther retains, cool, great. But I think Jay's going to win.
I can't.
Go ahead, go.
No, it just doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Bro, he was champion. He was Intercontinental Champion for 28 days. 28 days. He literally, because this whole bloodline shit was happening, he was literally a paper champion then.
Yeah.
And for him to have, that's...
Yeah, there was a means to that. It's a litmus paper. I'm not talking about, like, I'm looking at, like, not the politics, but, like, the fine lines of, like, why they do certain booking a certain way. Because if that was the case, you would have seen a lot of other champions be champions already. We would have seen Dragunov be a main roster champion already. We would have seen Chad Gable would have been an Intercontinental Champion already. But they wanted to test the waters with Jay. As Intercontinental Champion, how was he received? He was greatly received. Okay, cool. So we're going to expedite this whole process. He's going to be champion for 28 days. We're going to put him in the world title picture. Albeit it's only for this rumored day or for a short time, but he got the pop. He's not going to be world champion for an extended amount of time. Compared to Gunther, come on now. Like, if it was anyone else outside of Gunther, maybe, but it's Gunther. You're going to run it back, he's going to get his lick back, and that's it. That's just how I feel. But he got his moment, though. He's world champion. He can put that on his resume.
Nah, at this point, they're just doing Jay dirty if they do that.
That's not dirty. How is it dirty, sir? Explain me your process, please.
I just don't agree with it. Like I get it, right? I get the whole process. I get the whole let's, testing the water shit. But it's like, for someone who's been on the roster for 15 years now, like, at least give him a 2-month reign, at least. Like, but
be careful.
But to give him like a run as world champion for one night, like, that's so fucking, that's whack. That's whack. But I mean, these are all hypotheticals. Like, we really don't fucking know what's gonna happen.
Right. It's either one night or under 30 days. So
yeah, it's just. But just the idea of it, just the way it sounds, is just so, like, why? Like, why even give him the opportunity in the first place? You should have just put him back with Jimmy if that was the case, but...
All right. I got 2 things. Since, who else has been in the company for so long and really didn't, like, rise to prominence as they should. What about R-Truth?
That is funny. You're right.
Yeah,
But
what about Chad Gable? But also, think long term. Let's say Jay wins and he's champion for longer than 30 days. How do you see his booking for not only Jay, but also for Gunther? What do you do with Gunther after that? I'm thinking long game.
okay, let me ask you this.
Go for it.
Kofi Kingston,
Okay.
right?
Another great example.
But he was already champion. But how long was he champion, though?
He was champion for, I want to say, 4 months?
4 months.
Give or take?
Come on. Like give him well, I mean, don't give him the Kofi
He was also
treatment.
part of the New Day. But at the same time, it was a different regime, too. And you know who's still around? Brock Lesnar. So, you know how that goes. You're definitely going the emotional route, and I'm going the logical route. So, somehow we fuse, but it's like a struggling feud.
Yeah, we turned into Fat Gogeta. I think that's where we're at right now.
That's how you feel. It's like we fuse, but we kind of don't fuck with it. So.
Yeah, we're the Fat Gogeta route right now. So I think
One of us had a Patora, and we still dance anyway.
Yeah, I think it's just I don't know. Like I get your point. I get your viewpoint. It's just I just feel like we've seen so much of it. It just feels like just unsatisfactory. Like the way Kofi lost the title, fucking crazy. The way Mustafa Ali was supposed to win Money in the Bank, and you see Brock come out.
Another great example, yes.
And then fucking let's go with oh my god, I'll never forgive this one. When fucking Austin Theory, of all people, came, you were livid. That was the funniest shit ever because I was mad too.
Because we knew it was going to happen, but it was a weird time too because like Triple H was still there, but also Vince was still there too. So it was probably conflicting shits, but like Austin Theory he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. He got the Money in the Bank from Vince McMahon, but then he got out of there, and then what did Triple H have to do? Like, you have to, like, get rid of it somehow. It was kind of like the Christian Cage thing in AEW. Like, it's kind of like that. It was just weird booking because there was shit going on in the office, but, you know.
Yeah. I think it's just, just looking at it that way. Like, those are the only examples I can really think of that's like, shit, nigga, even Christian, when he had just won the world title off of Alberto Del Rio, and then he got put in the match against Randy, lost the title to Randy, didn't get a championship match. Well, he got championship matches since, but like he didn't really have a real run with the title. You know what I'm saying?
He did. He was a 2-time world champion. He got it back from Randy.
I know he got it back from Randy.
Randy got it back after that.
That's what I'm saying. Like he didn't really like do anything with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it still stayed within that feud.
He ran some programs. It was better than Kofi, in my opinion. Because, like, you had, like, a definitive, like, heel and then face dynamic. You had Christian, who started off as a face, but then slowly went to a heel because Randy was a face. And then that program was actually solid. But, no, Christian definitely had... You would remember Christian's reign more than you would... Well, I don't want to say Kofi, because that moment was just too good. But I'm trying to think, who else was a world champion that we really... forgot. Well, no, not gender. Everybody was talking about that. Damn, who became world champion? And we were like, what? But
Kevin Owens? No, he had a good run with that. The title.
He did, and Vince fucked it up by not putting with the whole Goldberg thing. Like that was.
Oh God.
Dolph
Ziggler. No. I'm thinking years prior.
Probably
Sorry.
Damian Priest. That's a good one. Like, yeah, he was a recent champion, but you would have remembered Christian's more than Damian's. As far as like having a good reign of like fighting people.
I don't know. I kind of liked Damian's run as world champion. Now, is it more memorable than Christian's? No, but I thought his run was pretty solid. Like for him being world champion for the first time, I thought his run was pretty solid. Now there were some some moments match wise that, are kind of sticky, but other than that, I thought it was pretty good.
To each their own. But Jade ain't gonna be champion for more than half the year. So, there we go. Or Gunther goes away for a little bit and then comes back at SummerSlam somehow, and then bada boom, bada bang. But we'll see.
I'm cool with that.
See. Yeah, but he's going back to the Usos, bro. Anyway, this one right here, good grief. Tiffany Stratton, the WWE Women's Champion, versus Charlotte Flair, who is the Royal Rumble winner of 2025. Now, this one has so much controversy, so much shit going on. They're trying to tie it together, which is, at this point, the match is interesting. Like, I can't wait to see what they do, but the way that they got there was very weird from jump. Now, who do I think is going to win? I really, really, really want Tiffany to retain. I really do. When Charlotte won the Rumble, first of all, she just returned from a little over 9 months of being injured, but it was nice to see her. But at the same time, all of us had a pit in our stomach saying, please just don't go back to Charlotte being Charlotte. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. And sure enough, she did. She won the Rumble. I don't think it was deserved, but whatever. And we knew what it was going to be. It was going to be Charlotte versus Tiffany. The program-wise, the build-up, I haven't been seeing a lot of it, but some bombs got thrown. And we're not going to go too much into it. Y'all can just look it up. But new developments since the last time we talked about it. Tiffany got attacked in the parking lot. My first question was, who's recording? Because it got 2 views of it. Who was recording? So this is obviously a work to enhance the storyline. Fine. But I'm not cool with Charlotte being Charlotte. No, I need Tiffany to really just retain and really keep it going. So that's my pick, Tiffany.
Yeah,
I'm also going time in this bitch.
So honestly, I'm going with Tiffy because it's Tiffy time in this bitch. I'm also like, not gonna lie, bro. Like, seeing Charlotte in the Royal Rumble was cool. Like, because we haven't seen her in so long. It's one of those things that we were talking about. Like, if Becky came back, I wouldn't be mad, but I'd just be like, because you're just like, why?
Right.
But at the same time, it's we weren't excited per se, but we were like, oh shit, bet she's back. Like, I wonder what matches she's gonna do. Are we gonna get Charlotte versus Jade? Like, we're running matches, not her winning the fucking Royal Rumble after just coming back. Like, now you just kind of ruined the vibe for us. Like, damn, now we don't even want your ass to be like go on somewhere now. But this whole build has been really weird and kind of uncomfortable, just because what we know. But at the same time, we got there. She got attacked recently, like you said. She got attacked twice. I think this match is gonna be fire. But I just hope to God himself that Charlotte does not win, because she does not fucking need it. And if she wins, I'm probably gonna break my TV.
Oh wow, that's serious.
She don't need it. The fuck do you need the title for? Like, I ain't gonna really break my TV, but I'm gonna be mad.
Right.
I'm gonna be tight. Like, what do you need it for? Like, you don't need the championship, bro. Like, you literally are like have such a. And you know what? I don't even really say it was her. I'm not even going to really give it 100% her fault. I'll just blame it on booking. But come on now. That was a bad booking decision. No cap.
No cap.
No cap. So, we going Tiffy. Tiffy time all day. Fusion success. Now this one right here. We all knew this was going to happen.
Oh boy.
Roman Reigns, the Big Oos, CM Punk,
Yeah.
the Second City Saint with Paul Heyman, mind you, not Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman. And then we got Seth Rollins, the revolutionary, the visionary, the Messiah himself. That boy. In a triple threat match. No title, just pure hate for the other person. And just because they're that big, they got the main event, which is crazy. But yes. So initially I would be the one to kind of start off who I think would win, but I'm gonna pass that honor to Gh0xt.TheRebel himself because
really?
I want him to sweat because because of the theory that I have, and you guys have heard it already, which is now starting to become a little bit more apparent and a little bit more to fruition, and So go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, carry on, please.
This is dumb. Like, you can't just sucker punch me with that and, like, all of a sudden go for it first. It was supposed to be swapping and shit like that. Anyway, whatever. First of all, the build has been great. It started from WrestleMania, and part of it started... Actually, this is a longer feud in separate parts.
Yeah.
But we already know the story, okay? Usually, I would go with my boy, CM Punk, right? But Seth Rollins is going to walk away with this one.
Yep.
And that's all I'm going to say, because what you about to say is about to piss me off for sure. I see it. I don't agree with it. Because why? I feel like he doesn't need it, but go for it. Go.
All right. So, as Mr. Rebel said, it'll be Seth Rollins taking this one. He will be taking this match. But also, he will be taking a wise man with him. So
bullshit.
So there has been a lot of speculation as well that Seth Rollins is aligned himself with The Rock. Now, some months ago, I had a theory. Now, this is before Paul had released his favor. To kind of give you guys a little small rundown, that the favor that I thought Punk was going to introduce to us was that he wanted to be in the main event of WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. Right. But this was after everything went down between the winner of, Cody and John. So after he beats everybody in the triple threat, he then goes into another one, wins the title, bada boom, bada bang. But with that being said, if that favor would have happened, who else do we know hates CM Punk to the point of wanting to, who he doesn't even want him. He called him a cancer to the company. And shit, he probably would even sell his soul to just get rid of that main event, right? And so Seth Rollins would have been the guy. But now there's even more speculation as I'm spitting into my mic. So there was a little interesting fan theory that I am starting to kind of squint my eyes at a little bit. So remember back in the Elimination Chamber before John Cena had revealed himself to the world, metaphorically.
Okay.
Now, just try to stay with me. Now, I'm not the best.
I'm here, but go ahead.
I'm not the best when it comes to explaining stuff, but there was a theory that both Seth and John were working on the same side the entire time, with Punk.
Oh yeah.
With Seth helping Punk, with Seth helping John win, thus having John, become the winner of the Elimination Chamber, which then he turned heel, right? So I saw that video and was like, that kind of makes sense. Because why else would you want to get rid of Punk or whatever? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But there was this Hydra thing that I came up with saying that you cut off one head of the snake, 2 more grow in its place. But in this case, Rock is building his own little stable, with John Cena, Seth Rollins, and then Drew McIntyre. Now, for a lot of you guys that don't remember, Drew and Rock actually go way back. Rock personally went to Drew's home to sign him, gave him a sword. They were seen together at the opening show of the Netflix of Raw. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the signs are there for at least Drew and Rock. And I just think that with Seth, it's just like, holy shit, like, you did all this shit talking, you did this match, like, why would you align yourself? It's for the greater good. You remember that?
Yes.
So I think what's going to happen, at least in the match and how it's going to go, Paul's going to align himself with Seth. John Cena and Cody's going to go down, and Seth is going to cost Cody, and which is then going to, transfer over to John being champion. And you're going to find out that Seth and John were working for The Rock the whole time. Crazy.
So in this table, we have Seth, Drew, and Cena.
Which is weird.
That is a lot. That's a lot in one group. Like,
but then
John in any group just alone is a lot. But
it is. But also, you got to understand, there was also an interaction between Drew and Seth not so long ago, too. So, like,
look at you all of a sudden, like, being the logical one with this one, but the J one, you was about to just end the whole friendship and shit.
I wasn't. I just didn't like the idea, but for this, it makes sense.
Oh, brother. No, I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay, Seth doing the whole "now you owe me a favor" to Paul, did not see that coming, but I'm like, oh shit, like what does that mean? Like, because we finally got the one from Punk, I'm like, oh damn, that actually has gravitas, and a lot of people didn't like it. I'm like, you motherfuckers just got here, like you haven't watched wrestling ever. So like, it's the storyline, it's like the premise, it's the principle of like, oh, you're taking the wise man away from Roman, and he's gonna be on the outside. So it's just like, he's playing mind games, chess and checkers. Meanwhile, Seth is in the corner watching everything go according to plan.
Oh, God.
Because he is an architect, he's a master manipulator, and who is his mentor? Triple H, the cerebral assassin. Like, come on now.
Come on now.
Seth, first of all, he definitely needs a dub at WrestleMania. Because I think the last time he won was 39, but it was against Logan Paul. Like, fuck that. But just Seth aligning with The Rock, I can definitely see why. Mm-hmm. Him aligning with Drew, I can kind of see why. Him aligning with Cena, I can kind of see why. It makes sense, but it's just like, I think the one thing that's making this off for me is having them in a group. If you have them separate, but under The Rock, that would be cool. But like, don't put them in a group. That group looks supremely busted. Like that's level 101 in the games. Like you broke the scale.
Yeah, like what would you even call that group? Like what would you call that stable? Bullshit.
Pack your shit and go home. Group is called "Why Did You Show Up to Work?" Like what? That's what it's gonna be called.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Knowing damn well, like facing one of them niggas is a problem, but then you got the final boss governing all that. No man, take your shit home. Take your ass home. That's it. Find a new job. Cause hell no, sir. Yeah. But Seth is gonna win this one. So
so fusion success.
Yep. That's night one, y'all.
That is night one.